and the home of the brave.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. We take a look at the Pistons. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, there's the Celtics, 5 games behind.
And, you know, for the Celtics, what an ideal start for them this season. I mean, it takes some teams a while to kind of come together. Not this group. They were ready right from the start.
And what a good feeling it is to play such high-quality basketball so early in the season. This kind of start sets the foundation for what could be a monster year.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Cunningham is out there with Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3. And for Boston, Pritchard and White are their guards. Then there's Brown. And it's Queta in at the 5 spot. Now here's White. Shot clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. And it's good for 2. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
And the basket by Harris.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Now here is Harris. Now here's Duran. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. To the inside, here's Thompson. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Kevin?
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now, here is Robinson. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, we know how hard this guy works and how skilled he is at it.
Here's Pritchard following the bucket by the Pistons. White up top, guarded by Robinson. Back to Pritchard. Brown against Thompson. Brown the pass to Queta. Second chance shot. And another miss by Boston.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Pritchard with the ball. Covered by Cunningham. Queta, the pass to Brown. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
And Brown can score from anywhere, which is what makes him a big problem for the defense.
Pritchard against Cunningham. Down low. It's tipped and taken away by Brown. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Out left to the wing. Pass to Queta. 5 on the clock. And it's White missing.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
Cunningham outside. And here is Duran. Here's Harris. He's covered by Brown. Harris's shot is good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Pass to Brown. Out to White. From past the arc. Duran pulls it in. Detroit leading by 4. Harris dishes to Cunningham. Duran the pass to Harris. Duran with a screen on Brown. To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. That's tipped. Thompson against Brown. The drive by Thompson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Sam Hauser's checked in for the Celtics. And Fernie Simons comes in for Derek White. Karis LeVert's checked in for Detroit. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, a player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
Yeah, he's more than capable. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. There's the lob to Brown. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Boy, you get a real glimpse of the explosiveness of Jaylen Brown. What a big-time finish.
Pass to LeVert. To the paint. And Thompson throws it down.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Simons kicks to Brown. Stolen by Thompson. One-on-one fast break. And Thompson throws it down.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Richard with the ball. 11 points last game. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And the Pistons making a change here. Stewart's checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Harris. Jaden Ivey, he's checked in for Asar Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Cade Cunningham. Brown, no good on the free throw. No doubt, Jaylen Brown is one of the most gifted isolation scorers in the league right now, Doris.
He is one of those guys, Kevin, that you do not want to be defending on an island. Jaylen Brown is an elite athlete, but he is also a 3-level scorer, which makes him almost impossible to handle.
Austin with the ball, following the 3 by Detroit. Boucher sets a screen for Brown. Out to the right wing, 6 to shoot. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Ivey on the wing. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Simons from outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Pistons.
They've been so aggressive going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
They've got Sam Hauser. There's Boucher out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Minot in at the power forward position. That's the Boston Five. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. Can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin, back to you.
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Now, here's Boucher. Pass to Hauser. Offensive rebound. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Boucher.
Well, that's about positioning and length and athleticism. Boucher doing the job on the offensive rebounding end.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Here's Ivy. No good with the triple. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Minot. Pulls up. And the rebound goes to the Pistons. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Ivy. There's the steal. Goes up. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Your next team.
Some changes for Boston. Walsh is checked in. And it's Brown in for Sam Hauser. And then for Detroit, Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Holland. Duncan Robinson comes in for Ivy. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Pass to Robinson. Brown against LeVert. Thompson looking for an opening. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by the Celtics. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
You know what? There was a lot of standing around in that basketball game. Failing to move bodies and failing to move the basketball is a bad formula.
Boston making a switch here. Cade is checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Harris is checked in for LeVert. Pistons leading by 3. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Thompson against Brown. Five to shoot. Over Thompson. Pass to Walsh. Shot's good. Brown making the play.
This is the great vision and awareness that is now part of Jaylen Brown's game.
On the wing, Harris. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Simons with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Duran's checked in. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
That's good from Harris.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
And Harris drops them both. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
Now, here's Brown. He had a 30-point outing their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
The other thing, he really changed the pace of the game when you consider how many free throws he shot. Drawing fouls is an art, and really, he has mastered that part of the game.
Now, here's Thompson after Jaylen Brown's miss. Cunningham gets the bucket, and the Pistons lead by 8.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Robinson drives in. Shot's good by Duran.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Boston has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Walsh. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass all around, and just his effort level was off the chart.
Shot's good by Duran.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Moment here now to see the numbers for him.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Celtics trail by 12. Pritchard passes to Brown. To end the run, and Brown throws it down.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Harris outside. inside. 56 seconds left in the first half, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pritchard with the ball, covered by Cunningham. Now Pritchard, still yet to score. Over Cunningham. Brown outside. White setting the pick for Brown. It's White on the wing. Off target with his three.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Wow, not sure what happened there. Yikes.
8 seconds left to play here in the half. 1 second left. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Brown. And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Boston Celtics.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting up no resistance.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
You look at the Celtics. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from Asar Thompson.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Detroit leading by 10. Tipping off the second half. Here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Back to Cunningham. And he makes good on the layup. Cunningham's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Brown the pass to Queta. Shoots over Duren. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Pistons shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. Pass to Pritchard. Outside, White. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And it's been an average here, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
That's good from Durham. And both free throws good for Duran.
So critical that your big men be able to shoot free throws at a high rate.
To the paint, here's Kada. Sinks that one from the post.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Here's Cunningham. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Personal foul, second team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Cade Cunningham, one shot.
One shot.
Free throw no good for Cunningham.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Now here's Brown. He's got 10. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
There's the lob to Duran. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
There they are. Make some noise for Celtics Entertainment.
And here is our 2K leaderboard. These teams have been on fire over the course of the past 10 games. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
Boy, they've been hot. You love to see this kind of offensive execution.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Walsh. Brown outside. That three off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Now here's Thompson. Down low. Got a piece of it. Pritchard with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Pritchard against Thompson. Pritchard passes to White. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Harris.
Gentlemen, that is about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul. Now you get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
Simons, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And a switcher also for Detroit. Jenkins, he's checked in for Cade Cunningham. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek Whitedorf converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's White. He has 5. To the inside. Here's Cada. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Detroit.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And G.A., just when you think you've seen it all. Past season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jamesons.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
So it's the Celtics now, following the bucket by the Pistons.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here's Duran. He's got 12. Harris's shot is off. Thompson against White. Pass to Pritchard. Left side, Simons. Shot clock at 6. The high post shot. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 11 rebounds in the game. Now Jenkins. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
The Pistons have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Stewart's checked in for Tobias Harris. Karis LeVert comes in for Thompson. And it's Jaden Ivey in for Duncan Robinson. The free throw drops for Jenkins. 1:20 left in the third quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hauser finds Simons. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Duran's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Jenkins. He has 6. Here's LeVert. Pass to Ivey. Lets it go with the 3. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hauser bounce pass. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. Then for the Pistons, Holland comes in for Duran, and it's Cunningham in for Jenkins. Here's Cunningham. Pass to LeVert. Stewart, a screen for LeVert. Launches a three, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Detroit, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We've got more in store for you right after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Celtics trail by 17. Jaylen Brown out there with Anthony Simon. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Minot in at the power forward. That's the Boston Five. So it's the Pistons now. 17-point lead, their biggest. LeVert finds Stewart. Count that one.
Doesn't get much easier than that. That is nice work.
Here's Brown. A crossover, and it's good on the layup.
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now, here's Stewart. Boucher with the steal. To the middle. Here's Minot. Holland with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Stewart with the screen on Brown. To the inside. And the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Now, here's Brown. And it's Hauser in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Simons from outside. The rebound by Ivy. Detroit leading by 19. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. LeVert kicks to Cunningham. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Ivy. Cunningham for three. Drills it from outside.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
And put your hands together for Celtics Entertainment.
Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Tobias Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Brown against Ivy. 6 on the shot clock. Brown the pass to Hauser. No good on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Harris kicks to Cunningham. Back to Harris. Over Boucher. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here is Brown. And you look at the G League's impact on player development, Greg, it's become very significant.
And I think the two-way contract was a great addition as well, allowing players to contribute with the big league team while also developing in the G League. What a great combination.
Now here is Harris. Boucher with the rebound. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Trying to end the drought, and there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in, and Derek White subbed in for Sam Hauser. And then for Detroit, Jalen Duren. He's checked in for Stewart. Asar Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. Robinson is subbed in for Jaden Ivey. Harris finds Cunningham. Pistons passing it around. For 3, they grab their own miss. From deep, that one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. On the wing, Brown. Back to White. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Trains the three-pointer.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pritchard passes to Brown. Let's go. Rebounded by the Pistons. Now, here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Cunningham outside. On the wing, Harris. Fires the 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duren. And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Queta. Here's White. Clock at 6. Will it go? Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That's an excellent decision. Playing in the pick and roll, just understanding where the windows are, delivers it right in the pocket.
Jenkins the pass to LeVert. Stewart, a screen for LeVert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeVert's got his first points of the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Detroit.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jalen Duren.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Here's Pritchard. Over Jenkins. Pass to Walsh. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.